Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. As you can see, I am not put together at all. I am completely barefaced and my hair is a disaster. And so I figured that I would film a video and just get ready with you guys today because I do have a date tonight. I am going to a baseball game with my boyfriend, and so I just wanted to film myself getting ready. I do want to say, I know I have a really weird background right now, and it's simply because my friend slash roommate worked night shift last night, and so she is sleeping in my room, which is also my filming room. So I'm currently on my mom's bedroom floor. So I don't really know where I'm going with today's look. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I have an outfit in mind, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my face or my hair yet. So we're just kind of going to make it up as we go along. But I am super excited for this video, so let's just get on into it. I'm actually going to be using a lot of new products for me today, products that I've never used before, simply because a couple of weeks ago I was in a bad mood, and so I decided to order way too much makeup, and so my stuff came in the mail today, and so I have quite a few things that I wanted to try out, and it's probably not the best idea to try out brand new products on a big date night, but we're gonna do it anyway because I'm not smart. So the first thing that I'm going to be trying out is this. I got this Becca Lit From Within kit because it included a little miniature version of the highlighter in Opal, and I really wanted that again. And it also came with one of their backlight primers, and so that is what I'm going to be using to prime my face today. I am just going to squeeze a little bit off and put it on my face. This has a really weird smell. It's like kind of floral, but kind of cleaning products. I don't know what that means. I really love illuminating primers because I love illuminating everything, but I am super excited for this, and I think that it will make my makeup look very pretty on top of it. So for my foundation, I'm actually going to be trying out a new product as well, and it is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream, and I have wanted to try out this CC cream forever, and so when I was going on my little makeup binge, I decided to get a miniature version of it so that if I don't like it, I didn't spend a whole ton of money on it. But I do have the shade Medium, and I'm just going to apply some of that to the back of my hand. And I think I'm going to use my beauty blender with this because it's a CC cream, so I would think that it would work best with a beauty blender. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to dot it on my face and blend it in with my beauty blender. I literally haven't been to a baseball game, like actually at a baseball game, in so long, and so I'm super excited for tonight because I love like that stadium vibe, like everybody's screaming and it's fun and you're doing stuff. I don't know, I like it, and so I am super excited for that. So I am really liking this CC cream. It does seem to be a little bit light for me right now, probably because I just self-tanned a few days ago, and so I am tanner than I usually am. So I do think that it'll work just fine for me normally, but right now it is a little bit light. But I do like the coverage that it's giving me. It's just very light, natural coverage, and that is really what I have been going for lately. And I think that the primer underneath is making it a lot more like dewy, and I think that it looks very nice. So I'm loving both of those products so far. So for my concealer today, I am going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but this is actually a different shade. I got the shade Light Sand because the one that I had before was just a little bit too light for me and a little bit too pink toned, and it was almost out. So I figured I could get a new one and I would get a new shade. And this one looks to be a better shade match for me. This does seem to be still just a little bit too light for me right now, probably because I'm a little bit more tan. So I think we are going to have to use quite a bit of bronzer today to kind of even it out so that my neck is the same color as my face, but that's okay, we'll work with it. I am going to apply just a little bit more of that directly in the inner part of my eye because that is where my dark circles are just the absolute worst, and I have been so sleep deprived lately, so they're even worse than usual. So I'm just applying a little bit extra. For powder today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This isn't a new product or anything. I've used this quite a few times, but I'm just going to put this where I put my concealer, and then I'm going to set my face with a different powder. And I'm just using my beauty blender to really press this powder in. This is my preferred method. I don't like to bake or anything like that. I just like to press the powder into my skin with a beauty blender because I find that it makes it look very flawless and just kind of blend into my skin better than it would if I used a brush. I'm going to set the rest of my face using my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 240 Golden Beige. The reason that I'm using this powder is because it is the darkest one that I have, and I need to darken up this foundation a little bit because it was a little on the light side for me. And I am using just a really big, fluffy Physicians Formula brush for this. I do prefer to use a brush for pressed powder and a beauty blender for loose powder. Hopefully that's not too confusing. For bronzer today, I am going to be using my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, and I'm just going to be using the dark cocoa shade, because once again, I really need to darken up this foundation, and so I'm going to be using this AOA Studio F20 brush, and I'm just going to apply this. I'm not going to do any contouring today. I feel like I say that in like every video, but I'm really never in the mood for a super contoured look, so I'm just going to be applying this pretty much everywhere just to kind of add a bit of a bronziness to my skin. I cannot get this freaking piece of hair to stay back. I am making sure to put some of that bronzer on my jawline and kind of down to my neck to try and make sure that everything is at least somewhat the same color. Moving on to blush. I have never been so excited to apply blush in my life. When I ordered all of this stuff from Ulta, they gave me a little sample pack, but they didn't tell me what was in it. They just said you can pick your little sample pack. And they ended up sending me the NARS blush in Orgasm. And I have never tried this blush, but I have wanted to try it for my entire life. And so I am going to be using that as my blush today, and I am so excited. It's such a tiny little sample, like there's barely anything there, but at least I get to try it like once in my life. It is looking very, very pretty on my cheeks. But when you have a product this expensive, if it doesn't wow me, like, I ain't buying it. But so far it is very, very beautiful on my cheeks. That is really pretty. I don't want to love it because I don't want to buy it. Like, it's so expensive. I know that it's expensive because it's NARS. Like, I haven't looked at the price for it, but I just know. I'm applying way too much blush right now because it's really pretty. So, I love that. Ooh. I love that. Ooh. And now I'm obsessed with it, but I'm not gonna buy it. I'm still not gonna buy it. Guys, it's not worth it. I think it's like $40 for a blush. Moving on to highlighter, I am of course going to be using that little mini Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal that I got, and I'm just going to apply that with my finger because I can't find a brush that I really want to use for highlighter right now. Like, I took the one that I was using for highlighter and I started using it as a crease brush, and so now I just use my finger for highlighter, so don't judge me. This highlighter is so beautiful. I will never buy a full size of it because it's so expensive, but I will probably buy enough minis of it that I've already bought several full sizes because it's so pretty and I always end up wanting it again. But I love getting it in these little deals because I got this with it, and so I just thought it was a much better deal than buying a full size of just this highlighter, because last time I had this highlighter it broke on me, like it completely shattered and I couldn't use it anymore. And it broke my heart, and I feel like it would have been even worse if it was a full-size one that I bought. And so I'm just gonna keep buying the mini ones because that's just who I am as a person. I just buy the mini ones and then I never buy the full size of anything. Alright, so I feel like my face makeup is like on point today. Like, I'm super happy with my face makeup. And so I love all of those products that I just tried, which is super weird because usually there's at least one flop when you're trying out some new products, but I'm loving my face today. So now we're going to move on to eyes, and hopefully it won't be ruined. I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick off camera, and then I will be right back. So eyebrows are on, and now I am ready to start with my eyes, and I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette today because I really want to, and I'm having a date night and I want to look cute, and this is the palette I want to use. So of course, first I'm going to be taking a fluffy crease brush and a transition shade. You guys know the drill with that. I'm going to be using this third shade right here. I believe this is called Silk Cream, and I'm just going to buff that into my crease. I really have no idea where I'm going with my eye look today. I think I'm just going to kind of wing it because I want to look super cute, but I don't have really any direction that I want to go in. And so I am just buffing this loosely into my crease for a transition. And then I am just going to go into this shade, if I can get it in the frame, this shade right here. I believe it is called Pukey, and I'm just going to put that in pretty much the exact same area. So I just went and saw the new Spider-Man movie the other night, and I want to hear like your guys' thoughts because I thought that it was great, and I thought that the new Spider-Man was like perfect. Like, unpopular opinion, I was a big fan of Andrew Garfield. I thought that he was a very good Peter Parker, but I do think that this new guy, Tom Holland, was better as far as age and even personality. I just thought that he did a really good job with that character, so you guys should tell me what you thought. I also loved Wonder Woman. Tell me your thoughts of Wonder Woman because I think that that was the best DC movie that I've ever seen, including Batman. I didn't really like the Batman series, but Wonder Woman was flawless. So now on a bit of a smaller brush, I am going to go into... I think I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's kind of a reddish brown. I have no idea what it's called. But I'm just going to put this more directly into my crease to deepen it up. And ooh, that is a really pretty color. I haven't used this color yet, but that is really pretty. So I'm really just applying this to like the outer third of my lid because it's a beautiful color and I want it to be seen. And then I'm just also blending it into the crease a bit. So I did end up going a little bit further in with that shade that I really wanted, and so I'm going to take my Shape Tape Concealer and I'm going to put that just on the inner part of my lid so that I can put a color there and it won't be all muddy like it might be if there was some shades mixed into it. And then I'm just going to blend that concealer with my finger. And this is just a really good trick to kind of clean up the lid before you apply your lid shade. It can just make things look a lot more polished. So you just apply whatever concealer you use and just blend it in. Then I'm going to quickly go in with that fluffy brush again and just make sure that everything is seamlessly blended together. You guys know the drill with that. So I think I want a really like light, very bright looking inner third of my eye. So I'm actually just going to take this second shade right here on the palette and I'm going to apply that on the inner 2/3 of my lid. I feel kind of weird using like these really pretty cranberry shades like in the middle of summer, but it just looks really pretty. Like, I'm so happy with it. I wasn't even intending for it to look like this because I thought that that shade that I used was going to be a little bit more brown, but it was pretty darn red. So I don't mind because I think it looks really pretty. And I am kind of bringing this shade into my tear duct as well because it is a very light highlighting shade, so it can kind of just double as my inner corner highlight. I'm going to use that brush that I used to apply this reddish brown shade, and I'm just going to move in a little tiny circular motion between those two shades, the shimmer shade and the matte shade, to make sure that they have no harsh lines and they blend into each other seamlessly. Now I'm going to deepen this up just the tiniest little bit more because I think it needs a little kick of something, and so I'm going to go into this super deep purple shade here, and I'm just going to apply that to the very outer corner of my eyes. And then I'm going to move on to my lower lash line. I am just going to go into that same kind of purpley, kind of brownie shade that we used before. And I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. And I'm not going to go all the way in because I do want the inner part of my eye to be more bright. So I'm just going about halfway. I'm trying to decide if I think that I should apply liquid eyeliner or not. I'm kind of leaning towards no. I think I'm just going to apply false lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these Ardell Natural lashes off camera because it takes me 50 years to apply false lashes, and I will be right back. So I was going to apply those false lashes, but I sat there literally like 20 minutes like trying to get them on, and they wouldn't go on. I'm horrible at applying false lashes. So I just went ahead and applied 500 coats of mascara. I used this little itty bitty version of the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. Once again, one of those little samples that I got, and I absolutely love the way it made my eyelashes look. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that it worked really, really well, and so I'm a fan of this. Really, the only thing I have left to do is lips, and I was going to just wear like a lip balm on my lips because I wasn't planning on having a full glam makeup look, but that's my boyfriend texting me asking if I'm ready. I'm not ready. Well, I am just going to go ahead and use my ColourPop Lippy Stick in Aquarius because this pretty much goes with anything, and it's the only thing that I brought with me to this room that really goes with this look at all. And so I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. Perfect. So now I am just going to set this 50 pounds of makeup in with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And that is pretty much it for my makeup. I was going to include my hair in this get ready with me, but I think that this video will be 500 years long if I do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my hair off camera, and then I will come back and show you guys my outfit. Okay, so the quality of this is not going to be the super best because I'm just kind of standing in front of my mirror and I don't have any lights. But I just did want to quickly show you guys my outfit. So I am wearing a white tank top, and I did get this from Target. And then I'm wearing a flannel around my waist, and I got this from Wet Seal. And then I'm wearing these kind of denim distressed light washed jean shorts, and those I got from TJ Maxx. And then I'm also wearing a pair of white Converse. They're not really white anymore because I wear them all the time. But it's a very simple outfit, but I figured that I would show you guys so that you get to see the whole picture of everything. I did want to just quickly say I did go ahead and apply some winged eyeliner. I used my Wet n Wild eyeliner as always. I know, I always say I'm not going to apply a wing, and then I just do because I'm low-key obsessed and addicted to winged eyeliners. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for sitting through this and getting ready with me. I am super excited to get going, and my boyfriend is telling me that it's time to go, and so I am going to go ahead and sign off. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!